where where that sort of the television scenes that you were playing there, that's where that occurred as people were attempting to come in. The Gardaí were basically, to my eyes, were caught napping, and as they responded very, very aggressively to try and stop people getting through.
But as you say, you've been at several protests there, Brian. You're not allowed through the gates of Dáil Éireann.
No, you're not. No, you're not. And I mean,
it doesn't matter if the gates were closed or open, or if the Gardaí were caught napping. The protesters weren't supposed to go beyond those gates.
Well, and that brings us on to the point, which I think you were referring to earlier there. I mean, we believe that the scale of the economic and social catastrophe we are now facing justifies the use of civil disobedience. Now, the tactics of civil disobedience are well established across the world.
Okay, well,
what we're talking about here is peaceful.
What does civil disobedience? Peaceful. Civil disobedience means peaceful protest.
Yes, absolutely. So, for example, if those protesters had managed to get into the car park and had decided to do a sit-down protest, or to directly speak to their representatives, that would have been, I imagine, and again, because there was no premeditated plan here, now it's very difficult for me to say with certainty what the intent was of that group, but having spoken to quite a number of individuals who were right at the fore there, there was no, I mean, and even the Gardaí, nobody is suggesting here that anyone was intent on property destruction or on attacking individuals. I mean, that was not the mood of the crowd at all. The mood of people there was to make a protest within the grounds of Leinster House. Now, 2 weeks ago, members of the occupied Anglo-Irish headquarters. Right? 6 of our members went into Anglo-Irish headquarters peacefully, chained themselves to inside the building and remained within the building for about 4 hours. And that's the type of civil disobedience that we believe is justified at this point.
Right. And that's
peaceful, non-violent.
And that's what you're going to do again tomorrow, isn't that correct?
We have a protest tomorrow outside of Anglo-Irish.
Outside Anglo-Irish Park.
At 2 p.m. Yeah.
What's planned for that, Brian? Can you tell us?
Well, the plan basically is to give people an opportunity to show their opposition to the bank bailout and to the cutbacks. So the format tomorrow, we've a number of speakers, we've musicians, we've a bit of street theatre. It actually coincides with the anniversary of the execution of James Connolly. So it's the theme of our protest will be sort of remembering James Connolly and putting into action his politics.
Okay, so there won't be any of the riotous scenes we saw last Tuesday night. You don't envisage that at all. It'll be.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. I mean, we're very clear in this. What we're saying is that the scale of the economic catastrophe, the social vandalism that has been wreaked upon this country, that in response to that, people have the right to protest and to engage in civil disobedience. So, but certainly, the civil disobedience is not, as you call, riotous behaviour. What civil disobedience is the use of tactics such as sit-down protests, such as occupations, such as the refusal, to pay rates or perhaps to pay your mortgage. I mean, they're the kind of tactics that we believe people should be deploying now in response.
And you would condemn any other tactics that involved any form of violence at all, be it against the Gardaí or anyone else?
Yeah, well, there's no. I mean, the only violence that was being messed out the other day was from the Garda.
I don't know that. I don't know that, and I don't know if that's the case, Brian. I think.
There's no.
I think the Gardaí were just trying to protect themselves. At least that's what the television cameras pictures would suggest.
No, I mean, what you had was a group of people who clearly at a point that was pushing and shoving, but there was no Gardaí being struck by batons. I mean, the people who had their heads cracked open, and there was up to maybe half a dozen that I saw, were all protesters. So I mean, it's certainly in terms of who was swinging, heavy wooden blunt objects and hitting people in the head. It was the Garda, and there was no Gardaí.
And there was no placards swung at Gardaí, no.
There was. We've all seen the footage there. There was one or two, but that was after batons had been drawn out. And I mean, people will respond. People will respond, and I'm not sure. It's very undesirable that it did happen, and nobody is taking pleasure from the fact that incident occurred. But I think it is important, let's put in the context that the protesters did not charge the Gardaí and run into a Garda line. They were walking through a set of gates. The Gardaí started pushing them back. Batons were drawn, and then the footage you've seen on television occurred. Where there was pushing and shoving, and there was
All right.
Probably, as I say, maybe 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds of that type of footage, you know.
Okay, all right, Brian, we'll leave it there. As I said, there is a protest outside the offices of Anglo-Irish Bank in Dublin yesterday, organised by the Irish Group, and that's Brian Leeson, chairman of Irish.